Well, guess what? I'm alive. I'm alive. I'm alive. Do I look like I'm alive? Because I don't know whether that's a really good look or not. I kind of look like something died and was left here by mistake. Oh well. Okay, the World Cup. Uh, U.S. won. And went on to the third one. Now it's just the first knockout round victory in like 20 years or something like that. So good for them. You know, they lost their star player to a red card for the next game, which is against Belgium, I think. And so we'll see what happens with that. You know, it's obviously they played the game a little bit differently than in the past. And good luck to them. It's still not a major sport in the United States. It's a very popular sport, but not with. It's sort of an ethnic sport, you know. They root more for their. They root more in the World Cup than they do during the regular season. Oh God, stuff's falling everywhere. And what's this? Oh, that's that. Okay. What's this? Oh, that's that. What's this? What's this? Okay. I got so much crap in this house in my office, and it just keeps piling up, and I have no rhyme. And every time I get it set up the way I want it, I do something stupid, go buy something, and then I have no place to put it. Yeah, hold on a second here. You have that problem? Here we go. See? It's still early for the people to come. Because I'm one of those people that says if you make it, they'll come. Yeah, right. Okay. I don't know about that. But I do get some visitors. You know, the last 3 videos I screwed up so bad, I don't know whether anybody's ever going to watch them again. But, you know, it's me, live. In glorious Technicolor. All right, so good luck to the American soccer team. Well, soccer team. I'm sorry, I can't. Football means something different to me. Okay, the Earth got a man that had been trapped for 7 days. I think they got a guy out one time. There was like 17 days. It all depends on the conditions and the amount of water that's available to him. Because you can go a lot longer without food than you can without water. And you can always, there's always going to be some lizard or something walking by if you get really desperate, But water's hard to come by. You need water. And congratulations to this guy. I hope he turns out to be all right and that he lives a healthy life. You won't be prosperous in Venezuela, but hope he's okay. See, now, all the countries around there are shutting down their borders because, they're doing this nationalist thing. And that's okay to a certain degree. But with the climate and everything going on, we still need each other, Although Trump doesn't think he needs anybody. Every year he's going to need his nurse because nobody else he's going to need a professional nurse because nobody else is going to touch the diaper. Jesus Christ, does he stink? That smell didn't just go away. So, trust me, I know. Catholic Church. Now there was apparently I don't follow the Catholic Church news or I listen to what the Pope has to say because I think they're basically I think the priests and popes and everything are basically good men. I just don't believe in the church. God's another story. Church, no. Any church. Don't get me wrong. Any church. Anyhow, there was I don't know, there was a different ideology group of people. And they decided they were going to appoint some bishops to their church, and they were warned against doing this, and that it could result in dire consequences. Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. It's lack of oxygen right now. It's really, really hot here. I'm sure if you're in the United States, too. It's probably hotter right now. It's hotter there than it is here. But anyhow, I regret going back to the Catholic Church deal. So the priest went ahead and ordained these three bishops. Promoted them, I guess is what you call. I don't know, but anyhow. So they got to communicate. The whole bunch, the whole little group of people, they're all excommunicated. Now, I'm not sure excommunication means that much anymore, You could just, they're not stopping them from practicing. I think I don't think they can even stop them from calling themselves Catholics. So excommunication is really, this is saying, putting a notice out, hey, God, when these people come knocking on heaven's door, they can't get in. Bullshit. Okay? It's all bullshit. But the money that they collected in the name of the Catholic Church stays theirs. The property that the Catholic Church owns, they're not getting kicked out of it. At least I don't think so. So this is going to be interesting as time goes on. I really don't get concerned about stuff like that. That's penny bullshit as far as I'm concerned. But what are you going to do? Anyhow, next up on the agenda is an 11-year-old boy drove into a group of Tibetan monks and killed, I think, 8 or 9 of them. An 11-year-old boy stole a pickup truck and drove into this group of monks. Why? He's Tibetan. Tibet is where the monks started from. That's where Kung Fu started. That's where, know what I mean? So I don't understand that motivation behind that. Not the first time I've heard a story where somebody's gone and killed a monk. I don't understand the whole theory behind just some of the most peaceful people on the face of the earth. They don't start arguments, they defend themselves, but they won't start arguments. It's kind of dumb shit, Hope the kid gets killed or life. Give him life. Somebody will kill him when he sees there's only so much chanting they're going to put up with before somebody puts a bullet, a shiv in his head. So, what's this? Oh, okay. All right. Read that for later. But anyhow, that's kind of like, that's just a horrible story. Why do that? These are the most peaceful, loving people on the face of the earth. Yeah, this is just, the whole human race is fucked. What can I tell you? Now, let's talk about Colombia. Now, Colombia's president is supposedly sympathetic to Trump or likes Trump ideas and whatnot. And he's rich, of course, But I'm surprised he still lives in the country because most rich people don't. But anyhow, he's not going to mess with drug people. That's probably where half his money comes from. So no, they're not going to. It's just here's an example of what's going to happen is the poor people are going to get poorer. They're going to get stepped on. And what they're really afraid of and what they're predicting, this isn't so much people that are in the know in Colombia are predicting this, is that there's going to be a lot of violence. Now, I don't know if that's true. I have no inside information that can prove that. Uh, you know what I mean? I mean, this is just something people are saying. I don't know why there would be a lot of violence because of the change in political structure. Uh, it's just you look around and you say, oh, there's going to be this, there's going to be a lot of it. So far, I haven't seen it or heard about it. And I have a lot of mafia, the I'm assuming Medellin cartel people, young members of it living in the area which I live in. And I haven't seen them do anything more than the same usual shit they do is they go out, get drunk in the street, ride their motorcycles, do wheelies and stuff and annoy all the neighbors. But other than that, I haven't seen any or heard of any serious violence yet. I don't have to start carrying a knife again, man. I'm getting too old for that shit. But, as I said, this is Colombia and anything's possible. Apparently, part of the problem was in the election was so close. I'm not even sure that they actually declared a winner yet. And that was almost 10 days or so ago. So I'm not sure they've declared a winner yet. This is one of these, one of these deals where it goes on forever. It's very, very close, which means it's probably a lot of fraudulent votes on both sides. There's a thing they have which makes no sense to me whatsoever. You can go down and you can give what they call a white vote. A white vote means you don't like either one of these people. Okay? Now, my feeling is if you don't like either one of these people, what the hell are you going to go vote for? They'll obviously know, I don't know, it's a waste of time, paperwork, and they require people to be there. I had a relative of ours told he had to go work at the polls. He wasn't given any choice. They don't screw around, man. You gotta work there. So I guess that's what he does. That's what happens. So anyhow, what to do. I am not going to really. I apologize because of the technical errors the other day. Yesterday, I was just grumpy old man. I'm depressed. I really am. When I do these videos, I get very, very seriously depressed. I may start just doing wood carving videos or something because this is getting pathetic. There's no good news out there, The United States and Colombia, neither one of them are going to win the World Cup, so there's not going to be any great news coming out of there. There is, Kelsey and Taylor are getting married. I think it's this weekend at Madison Square Garden, and they're going to cost anywhere around, I've heard estimates as high as $22 million. It's nice to have money you can just throw away. The thing I get about this, and I've never understood this, is guys usually rent tuxes for it because they have no use for the tuxedo after today, so they rent it, Women go out and buy dresses. And then after the wedding, they have somebody professionally pack and store the dress. And depending on your wealth status, it's either in a special storage closet or it's under the bed, and it stays there. And you know the deal. What's fashionable now, 30, 20, 25 years from now, when you have a daughter and your daughter's getting married, they're not gonna want to wear your dress. You know, 90% of the time. There's 10% that do. They want to where they're honored by it. It's cheaper to go out and buying one. But these dresses cost four to almost, I think from 1,000 to 10,000s to thousands of dollars for one night, you know, and they don't care what this get the cum stains on it, from giving the blowjob in the parking lot to the valet. All that stuff, it's just, come on, give me a break, will you? It's just, to me, that's just a huge waste of money. But I understand it. It's women. The wedding's more important to a woman than it is to a man, anyhow, because the man just stands there for the most part. Gets drunk. If he's smart, he doesn't get drunk. But if he's not, he gets drunk, makes an ass out of himself. Otherwise, he just stands there, gets cake shoved in his face and everything like that. Gets to take a garter off her thigh, but he can't touch anything else while he's doing that. So he's just kind of like a dork. All right, listen up. I hope I didn't offend anybody this time around. I hope you're not pissed. This is live. You gotta understand. I do these live. And my personality is kind of drab to begin with, and then you get the shit that goes on. All right, so listen up, everybody. Have a great day. It's Thursday. I think Columbia plays tonight. I'm not sure, but I do know there's some TV shows I watch tonight. So after today, TV doesn't mean to turn it off because there's no football on. All right, everybody, have a good night, good day, good night. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Ciao.